Hello, welcome back to Linux Wednesdays, where we look at Linux tips and tricks on a Wednesday. In this video, we're going to do a ham radio related video. What we're going to be doing is making ourselves a 270cm repeater list for use with your radio. Now, my friend Theo, has asked me to do a 270 list because he said he just couldn't work it out. He's told me to call him Fico, but he's not really thick. Anyhow, here's how I do my 270cm lists using Chirp. So the first thing you want to do is get the latest version of Chirp. Now I'm recording this on Tuesday, 31st of May 2022 at 20:45, and I've downloaded Chirp Daily 2022-0531.flatpak, which is 18 megabytes. And I've placed it on the desktop. If I right click my desktop and go open in terminal, we do a shift control plus, make it a bit easier to read. And I'm going to do a flat pack install and drag that file while I downloaded into the terminal and press enter. It will say proceed with these changes to the system installation. We're going to say yes, and what that does is it's going to update the latest version of Chirp. Now if you haven't done this in a while, it might take a while to do. So what I'll do is, this is going to take a while, so it's updating 1.14. So I'll speed this up when I go and do the editing with Caden Live. So here we go, it's installed Chirp, latest version. Not sure why it's done all this though, but it took a while on my system, and at the end of it, number 14, it wanted us to input our user password. So I put the password in, it now says changes complete. I can now run Chirp, so if you've got an icon on the desktop, it just replaces the version of Chirp. You won't get Chirp 1, Chirp 2, you just get the latest version of Chirp. If we double click, and Chirp should now run. There we go. And you see here we've got Chirp as super user, you've got your usual file edit, view, radio and help. If I press on file and then go new, you see here it's got a list of blank memories we can put into our radio. But if I go to radio and go to query data source, repeater book and proximity inquiry, and we'll try 50 miles from London, and first of all we'll do 2 meters, it's 144 megs. Press OK, and you see a new tab's opened up and it says repeater book, and there we go, we've got our repeaters that are 50 miles north of London. You can change that, you can put it, you can say 100 miles, 150 miles and so on. If I click on mode, all I want to do is all I want is the FM. I don't want any digital voice or anything like that, so I just want FM. So what I'm going to do is click on the first one here, I'm going to use a shift and I'm going to arrow down. I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose copy. Go back to the first one here, generic CSV. Click on the first one, right click, and I'm going to choose paste. And there we go, let's put a list of them in there. Now, not in any specific order, we can sort it out later. If I go to radio, query data source, repeater book, proximity inquiry, we'll do London, again distance 50, and we'll do 77 this time. Press OK. It should give us another tab, which is a list of the repeaters on 77s. You see there's a lot more there. I can click on the first one. I only want FM, so I'm just going to click on mode there. I can go down, and you just see the ones here that say FM. So I'm going to put it in a Bayer thing, something like that, so I can do these ones here. Again, click on the first one, hold the shift key down, drag it right to the bottom there, so from down there, so from 430.8500, so GB3NX, go right way down to GB3NS. Again, I can do right click, I can choose copy, click on the first one, right click, and I can choose paste, and there I've got a list of repeaters. Now I want these in order. At the moment they're not in any order, EL, MA and so on. Click on name, you'll see there it goes right to the bottom of the screen. Let's scroll down. You can see there it's now stuck in order, AU, EL, HR, OY and so on. If I click on the first one, arrow down, right to the end, right click, and choose copy. Now I can do a file, new. I know we've got these windows open. Click on the first one. I can then right click and choose paste. It's now put them in order. You see there 1, 2, 3, or up to 20. Now you might have a lot more repeaters than this. Now I know when you program a Bay, I think it only supports 128 memories. If you're using the Yaesu, something like that, 857, something like that, then it supports a lot more. But you see, it's put one order. So GB3AU, GB3L, GF, HR, HW, IK, and so on. I can now press File and Export. You see here, it says Name Radio. It's going to be a CSV file. We'll leave it as a CSV file, and I'm going to call it Repeaters. And we're going to press on Save. And this box appears. It says Export to File as Super User. I can leave them all ticked because that's all I want to do. And press OK. And there we go. There's our repeater list. And we should see on our desktop a repeater list. Or where did I save it to? Yeah, desktop. And they are repeaters.csv. Now I could open that up. Where are we? Where are we? Can't find repeaters CSV, but I could open the repeaters CSV file. There it is. Configure for a minute. Could open the repeater CSV file up, and it'll open up in LibreOffice. And let's press OK. You see there, we opened up in LibreOffice Calculator, which is similar to Excel. See, it's opened it all up. I know things I never want to, and so on. I could print that. I could print that out, so I can have a list. But the good thing about having the list as a CSV file is you can download from your radio, clear its memories, and then upload the repeater file. So rather than having to go through all this again, say all this, let's do it. I'm going to press no. I can go File, I can go New, and I can go Open Recent, or go Open, go to my desktop, and we look down and we should see repeaters.csv. I can then open it up, and it's a list of repeaters. Then you can then do your radio, upload to radio if you've got the radio connected. And that's how basically I make my 270 centimetre list up. Now if you do 150 miles, you'll have a lot more repeaters in there. I'm just doing 50 miles for the purpose of the video. You can also add anyone else you want in there. So I could add in, say, this one here, click the bottom, and I can do 145.800, and we're going to call it CQ ISS. Now there is no tone mode, and the offset is 1.6. So if offset is, let me do the offset, but the offset is 1.6. You could just leave it blank. If you wanted to leave it blank, you could just leave it blank, and you can use that to receive the space station. You can do the SSTV images in there. So that was how I create my 270 centimetre list using Chirp. If you found the video of some use and know what to do, give it a thumbs up. If you've done like the video, yeah, that other button will seem to work too. But as always, thank you very much for watching Linux Wednesdays. This has been a ham radio video. I'll see you in the next video.